Alrighty. A very good evening, everyone. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gals, everybody present here. I am Manan Agarwal, the host for you in this magical evening, and I am live on LP University official Instagram and Facebook live page. So, we are here for another inspiring episode of my Unscripted Moments organized by UNYC, that is United Nations Youth Community, and it is under the aegis of Division of Student Welfare, LPU. So how you guys doing? I would like to know that. Okay, I see a lot of people. I see Jagriti Singh. Hi Jagriti. Hi Businessman 67. That's a nice name. Hi Avneet Singh. Hi Arya Krishna. How you doing, guys? I hope the evening is going great. Hi Simran. Hi Siju Smart. These are great names. Okay. Hi Mehak Sharma. So how's the evening going for you guys? Would you let me know? Okay. Hi Akshay. Hi Anjali. I think the evening must be going good. Okay. Another question that I was expecting when the university will reopen. So it will reopen soon, guys. Don't worry. Hi, thank you, Improve, and hi, Mr. Beast. Okay, so I would like to tell you that we have a great evening ahead. We have a great speaker lined up, and I'll tell you some things about her. She would you guess it, please? she's very into music. Could you guess the name? Okay, hi Aniset. Could you guys please guess it? Who I have today for you guys? Hi Ashutosh. Hi everyone. So, okay, I will tell you some things about her. So we will be having Miss Rasika today with us. She's a singer, she's a composer, she's a flautist, and that's some things that I could tell you about her. And yeah, Miss Rasika Shekar would be here. Ashutosh guessed it right. That's great. Okay. Someone wrote Momina. No, we will have Rasika Shekar here. And ma'am will be joining us in a minute. So till then you guys can tell me how your evening is going. And okay, so you can tell me how which kind of music do you like? Do you like classical music? Do you like pop music? Okay, someone is writing names of all the singers here. Cool. Okay, yeah. So could you guys let me know till she comes, so that we would have a great discussion on music today. EDM, R&B, jazz. Abish, that's a nice choice. And I would like to tell you that she also knows jazz. So she's multi-talented. Miss Rasika Shekar ma'am is really multi-talented. Okay, you like pop too. Yeah, soul touching music. Yes sir. So yeah, that's really great. Everyone's dropping in. Okay, so I would like to check in the requests. I would request Rasika ma'am to join in, and I will request the technical team to ask Rasika ma'am to give me the request to join the live. Okay, till then I'll read. Okay, a lot of people here love pop music. I wonder why is that? Because it's popular music in full pop. Okay, that was a joke. Yeah. Okay, so someone wrote ghazals also. So I would like to tell you that she has also sung ghazals. She has a lot of famous ghazals. Okay, classical. Yeah, classical is a mind blowing music for us, right? Like whenever you want to soothe yourself, you go to classical. Famous Haryanvi songs. Yeah, Haryanvi songs are really popular too. Cool. There are Bhojpuri songs also. Yeah, really. Bhojpuri songs are the ones that we play in the DJ nights and stuff. Edwin is really excited. I am excited too. I'll be honored to host her today. Okay, Bhima Nayak BGM. Okay, I don't know about them. You guys have really good choices. Okay. Melodious songs, yeah, slow and melodious songs, yeah. These are also the go-to songs that we go to every time we are sad or like in a mood to have some relaxation. Lofi songs, never heard of that. Ed Sheeran, yeah, Ed Sheeran is very popular. Okay, who's the new guest coming? Okay, so we have Miss Rasika Shekar here. Someone asked, so I'll tell you again. We have Miss Rasika Shekar. She's the flautist, she's the singer, she's the composer who has sung numerous Bollywood songs and other concerts. So she's really great. Punjabi songs, yeah, I was expecting that. We are in LPU, so we we love Punjabi songs. Okay, yeah, levitating is a nice music, buddy. It's really popular. I also go to I also hear levitating once a day. Okay, Bhargav is here. Pranchu, I'm good. How are you guys doing? So can you tell me like what is the last music that you heard? That would be nice to discuss about music today. Sufi songs. Sachin sir has heard Sufi songs today. That's nice. I'll also try to add these varieties as you guys are saying. Okay. Someone has written Spanish songs also. Okay, we'll talk about it later. There's something associated with Spanish songs with Miss Rasika also. Okay. Yeah, ma'am will be joining in a minute. I'm asking technical team to inform her, and yeah, till then you guys can interact. It's great. Rishi is really into Ed Sheeran. I've seen it. Excited to be here. Yeah, I'm also excited, Jigyanshu. Bengali student. Okay, I bet you were saying Bengali songs. That's nice. Emotional songs, yeah. Okay, I am checking the request. Rasika ma'am is still not here, so we'll be checking again. Okay, just give me a minute. Rasika ma'am on the live. Ma'am, if you are here, could you please accept the request?
Hello.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
A very good evening, ma'am.
How are you guys?
It's. I bet, ma'am, these people are really excited, and I'm excited too. It's a pleasure to have you here.
No, my
with
pleasure.
Me.
I'm so sorry for the little delay. I was trying to send you a request, but thoda delay ho gaya. But
No problem,
anyways,
ma'am. Yeah. That's not a problem.
cool.
So, ma'am, it's a pleasure. I was telling you, yeah.
My honor. Really pleasure to be here, and always great to interact with all of you all. Are you able to hear me? Is the quality and everything clear enough?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're perfectly
Okay.
audible and visible,
Awesome.
and you're looking gorgeous.
Great. Thank you.
And we are live on LPU page today, LPU University's official Instagram page. So as I've told you that we are excited, and I would like to start with your journey first of all. Mm-hmm. So as the most prominent thing about you is that you are a flautist, and that's somewhere rare, as we know. And so, could you tell us that what sparked the journey of you becoming a flautist? How did you become interested in it?
So I was about 11 years old, and I found a flute in my aunt's balcony. And
okay, nice.
You know, we have like Janmashtami, and you like to pose and like take pictures.
Yes.
So that was the first time I ever held a flute in my hand. But I did not anticipate at that point that I would be learning it or playing it or anything like that. I had no idea. But I think at that point, hi everyone. Hi. So nice to see everyone here. At that point, I think, probably told my mom that I wanted to learn flute. And she remembered it. So when we moved to the US when I was 12, 13, she put me in classes with a flute teacher. And then that's it. That was like no looking back after that, I guess.
That's very nice, and it's great that you've started at an early age, and yeah, it's really great.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask you one thing, like I would like to tell the audience first that ma'am was born in Dubai and she was raised in USA. So that's why I'm asking, like being from an Indian origin and being raised in USA, how was it like in your household? Like, how was the routine?
Yeah.
In music.
Good question. First of all, Please tell me your full name.
My name is Manan Agarwal.
Manan, right? Manan?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am, Manan.
nice. Okay. Sorry, I should have asked you that before. Manan. Um, so, growing up in the US as an Indian, and at home it was pretty much very traditional. I come from a like a Tambram sort of a very traditional household, and we were always
Right.
into arts, music, culture, religion, spirituality, and all that. So my mom's side of the family is very much into music. So we have lovely musicians. My mom's a veena player, my grandma's a violin player. So we would always listen to a lot of music, whether it was, classical, bhajans, semi-classical, film songs, Tamil songs, all of that. So it was always around, and we would always go into, like, a lot of community events used to happen there. A lot of Indian events, like, music and arts and everything. So we were very, rigorously part of all that during the weekends and weekdays and all that. So that was a great thing, because it was nice to have that, even though you're living in the US, to have that sort of community around you was very helpful in nurturing the art.
So it's sort of that the music was in your lineage from the start.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky to have that exposure and the support and encouragement at home, for sure. It definitely helped, and I think that just kind of besides your school and your homework and your college and everything, all that, at least there was this music that was also keeping us really busy, and
Right.
all of us were involved. My brother plays mridangam, so it was like one big family band.
Okay. Ma'am, could you tell us about the mridangam that you said? Like, I don't know that instrument, so I was just curious in between. Yeah.
अच्छा, तो मृदंगम जो है वो double sided drum है,
Okay.
so if you've seen dholaks and dhols and everything, like you play it this way. So mridangam is like
Yes,
the
ma'am.
South Indian classical instrument. It's about, I don't know if you can see, it's a little bigger, and
Okay.
the one side looks exactly like the top of the tabla. The other side looks like also, except it doesn't have that black color thing. It's a little you'll get a more hollow sound on that side. So it's a double-headed
Right.
drum.
Okay, it's really intriguing. I'll search it
Yeah.
after the
Sounds
session.
amazing. Sounds amazing.
Yeah. So talking about college and your school life,
Huh.
so you chose engineering, and that too chemical engineering.
हाँ.
So was that part of the plan?
नहीं यार, वो प्लान ही नहीं था. मेरे को डॉक्टर बनना था actually. When I was in 8th grade, I kind of thought that doctor banu. I don't know why, because I guess my friends were wanting to be doctors, and I thought it was just the thing to do. But when I was in my first year of college, मुझे ये लगा कि doctor हम नहीं बन सकते, because I'm terrified of hospitals and all that. So I felt that engineering was very interesting to me. Like, I genuinely liked math and process and stuff like that. So I wanted to do engineering, but I didn't know which engineering to do. And chemical engineering just felt like the right fit.
Right.
So,
So, ma'am, a follow-up question for that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious because I'm also an aspiring engineer. So I'm doing engineering right now.
Okay, what kind of
So I
engineering?
would like to a computer science engineer.
Okay, lovely.
So how does your engineering background impact your music? Like, is there any correlation that with maths or something that could impact your music?
Yeah, that was a very good question. And I love looking at this, because what engineering gives you is a very problem-solving mindset, right?
Right.
It gives you like great analytical skills, and so you're always like so you have this like analytical side that you can switch on, and certain tasks or something, you're always looking like sort of like a problem-solving thing after you're doing it for 4 years, right? So that kind of helps, because maybe not directly in the music, but everything around it, how everything to build a music career, everything to, let's say you want to even music wise, for example, music also has a lot of mathematics, especially coming from like a Carnatic music background. There's a lot of mathematics involved. So in that aspect, you see a lot of similarities in how things are built. For example, tihais or corveis or something like that there's a certain structure to it, and
Right.
so it's very exciting to start thinking about those patterns and analyzing those patterns. So even if I'm listening to music, I really enjoy listening to it in a way where you can say, "Acha, ye pattern hai, ye aise
Yeah.
aisa aa raha hai," and it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So, and it's the same thing that you do in engineering also, right? Like there's a certain process
Yes,
to
ma'am.
something, and then there's like sort of like these analytical skills that you build. So in that sense, I see a lot of connection, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, the audience is
Asking for
filling the chat with the request to
yeah.
play
Okay.
flute.
Okay.
So, ma'am, would you perform something
Sure.
for us? It's really amazing that I would be hearing you live. I've been seeing your performances for
Oh,
a while
lovely.
now.
No, thank you. Okay.
Actually, my some of my go-to music is your Coke Studios one
Oh,
that you have sung in Coke Studio. Yeah, that
yeah.
one, like
Thank
where
you.
you have played flute. Yes, ma'am. So it's a feeling that I have.
Awesome. No, thank you. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. And honestly, all this love and encouragement from all of you keep all of us musicians and artists keep going. So thank you for all that. And
Right.
just a
Thank
very
you.
quick hello to everyone. I'm just going to just read out a couple of Ashutosh, Mohapatra, hi. Abhish, hi. Simran, hello. Avik, hello. Aman, hi. Okay. So I'll just play a little bit of something.
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Okay, so that was a small song called Krishnani Begane, and I just thought about it. So I started with that, but we'll see. Maybe later on, play something else for you guys as well.
Ma'am, I would tell you that I'm really overstruck. I was trying to keep my eyes open. It was really soothing. Like I totally remember that I'm hosting. I should not. So like that was really very soothing.
That's really sweet, man.
So
Thank you so much.
that was really amazing.
Thank you.
Ma'am, here someone said that it's Rag Hansadvani.
Yes,
So
correct.
is the guy correct?
Perfect. Actually, no.
So
Sorry.
it's great.
No, it's not Hamsadvani.
Okay.
Sorry, it's Rag Yaman. Rag Yaman.
Okay.
It's very close to Hamsadvani in a way. So it can have certain characteristics, but you were close. It's Rag Yaman.
It's commendable whoever guessed it. Like it was really close. I could never do that. It's really amazing.
Thank you.
So since so ma'am, could you tell us like what category this music was? Like, I'm not very well versed with all the categories.
Right.
So was this Carnatic or
Yes.
like Hindustani or like?
So this is a Carnatic Kriti. It's called Krishnani Begane,
Okay.
and so we call it a Kriti, which means a song. You know, like how we have Bandish and stuff like that. It's called a Kriti.
Okay.
And
Right.
typically, it's a song that's sort of like played kind of towards the end of concerts. It's a little lighter, and the song is praising Lord Krishna and his beauty, pretty much. And we.
That's beautiful.
I used to play this a lot during when I did classical concerts, and मतलब मैंने सोचा नहीं ऐसे आ गया आज. I just felt it just play a little bit of it.
Amazing.
So yeah, it's a
So,
Carnatic.
so it's your early work. It's from your early works.
Yeah. It's
That's
it's songs that you always. It's like one of those songs that are like evergreen in everyone's I guess repertoire, and it's lifelong. Also, if you keep playing it, there's always something to always learn more about it.
So since we talked about the categories now, so you have transitioned from a lot of musics. Like when you were from USA, you came to India, and from Carnatic to Hindustani. Then you went to Spain with jazz and everything. So could you tell us like what those transitions hard? Like did they take time, and how was the journey then?
Yeah. It wasn't. I mean, it was challenging for sure because sometimes you're just going into this unknown world, right? And sometimes you don't always have someone to hold your hand and take you there. And what's actually guiding you is your intuition and your interest and your passion and excitement for it. So you just have to trust that. And abhi ghus gaye hum log. But then after that, it's challenging because there's a lot of with music. Sometimes there's not like a right or wrong. You just have to you need to know the rules. But then within that, after that, you need to start understanding. Okay, how do I find my own expression within these worlds?
Right.
So coming from a Carnatic background, it definitely helped because classical music is something that really strengthens your foundation. When you learn classical music as a youngster, there's a lot of hard work that goes into like a lot of aspects, like melodic aspects and rhythmic aspects. So when you have that foundation, then to walk into other territories and grasp that concept becomes slightly easier.
Easy.
Right?
Okay.
Because now you have your own way to grasp those concepts. So let's say we're walking into a jazz territory. It was it was challenging in the harmonic aspect because that is not something that I was very strong at. But melodically and rhythmically, it was like, okay, I know this. How can I relate it to what that world has to offer? So you find topics of you find ways to relate stuff in a way, and that's exciting. So for me, because I found that extremely exciting, I would say it was challenging, but not really hard. It was exciting more than anything. Yeah.
And ma'am, and also like you are rare in much more things also. Like you are a vocalist also and a flautist also. That's very rare. I've heard that. So like, is it really that much hard? And like because I have no knowledge about it. So could you like tell me like is it very hard to be a vocalist and flautist?
There are challenges, of course, and I was always told that you should pick one. You should either be a vocalist or a flautist. Like most of the people told me that when I was growing up. I just couldn't pick one because I love doing both. The challenges are that you need to know how to breathe a little differently. So the way you play, you use your breath for playing flute is slightly different from when you sing. So that's something that took me a long time to work on, to specifically sit down and understand how we should, how I should be breathing for all that. And it took a lot of I've gone to voice therapists to understand how my voice works, how I'm supposed to breathe, how I'm supposed to use my voice, how I'm not supposed to use my voice. So to get a little into the technicalities of how your instrument works was helpful. So it just requires a little more effort, I feel. And over time, I think I've started becoming comfortable with that. So now I find it nice. It's exciting. It's just both ways of expression. मुझे दोनों अच्छे लगते हैं और जब गाती हूँ तो it feels very different. There's this there's a very different feeling in my mind, and when I play, it's a very different feeling. So it's like I'd love to do
Right.
both. Why not? You know.
That's amazing. So, as we spoke about vocals also, so could you sing one song for
Okay,
us also, like any ghazal? Would it
गजल
if it, you
श्योर
could? Yeah,
है
I've
कोई
heard
कुछ
your ghazal.
रिक्वेस्ट है तो आप डाल दीजिए सब लोग कमेंट्स में so that I can probably Ashutosh says I can do departure. Okay, I'll play departure a little later. और
Sure.
कुछ गजलें अच्छा क्या सुनेंगे okay maybe okay, I'm just trying to see if there's a request. कहने को जश्न बहारा. Okay, I can play that. अगर तुम साथ हो. Okay, I can do that a little bit. I can do like two lines a little later on, but चले मनन के लिए तो गजल हम गा
Sure, ma'am.
देंगे अभी.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you for
होश
this.
वालों को खबर क्या. Okay. होश वालों को खबर क्या बेखुदी क्या चीज है इश्क कीजिए फिर समझिए इश्क कीजिए फिर समझिए जिंदगी क्या चीज है होश वालों को खबर क्या बेखुदी क्या चीज है. So that was Hosh Walon for Nomad in my head. I love your name. Okay, Nomad in my head. I'm actually a nomad. Okay. And a little bit of आज जाने की जिद ना करो आज जाने की जिद ना करो हाय मरे जाएंगे हम तो लुटे जाएंगे ऐसी बातें किया ना करो आज जाने की जिद ना करो आज जाने की जिद ना करो. मनन जी आपके लिए वो आज जाने की जिद ना करो.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. It's a
pleasure.
pleasure that you did this. It's really amazing. Thank you for that.
My pleasure.
So, moving on, we'll hear more songs from you. But I would like to know more about your journey. And so, I was curious that since you were very well off in USA, so what took you to India for this amazing journey that you had?
Yeah, music. Honestly, music just kind of. I was so in love with music that I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn Hindustani classical music, and I wanted to do that in India because I felt like being here and learning it would give me a very, very different experience, and I wanted that. Like I wanted to soak in the environment, so I just came here, and uske baad, I think the journey sort of just, I mean, God has been very kind. Journey sort of just opened up itself, and things, you know, slowly, like opportunities started coming in, and you know, opportunities to work with amazing people and amazing, like legendary people. So, yeah, I mean, I think music and the passion for music just brought me here, and then the rest of it was sort of one step at a time up until this point. Yeah.
It was a legendary journey till now, ma'am, that you had.
Yeah.
So, since I've heard your recent song Yavum, so it had a concept, of liberation.
Yeah.
If I'm right?
Yeah.
So, you're asking everyone to share their Yavum moment.
Yeah.
I would like you to depict your Yavum moment, like some moment that where you felt liberation.
Interesting. Okay. Good question, Manan. Good question. Okay. Well, I can remember one. So I, sort of started like this meditation journey, like 2 years back or 2-3 years back. So, एक है vipassana meditation, right? Like it's like
Okay.
you go for 10 days and you give in your phone. You don't have any phone, no network. You're supposed to not talk, not speak to anyone, not make eye contact for like 10 days, and you just meditate. And when I finished those 10 days, I felt that liberation. Like I just felt like one sort of like things just released, like all this like negative energy or whatever it was just like releasing, and it was like this beautiful like spiritual like feeling. I don't know how to explain it in words enough, but that was a moment where I felt like, wow, amazing. So after 10 days of not speaking, if you suddenly listen to your voice, it's magical. It's like
Right.
it's like that's my voice. Like, wow, I miss that.
Oh,
And it
really?
just tells you like how much we take for granted every day. तो
Yes.
वो moment मुझे always और हमेशा याद रहेगी, because it was like just amazing. So that was for me one of my Yavu moments. Yeah.
That's really amazing, ma'am. So, moving on, I wanted to ask you, like, what is the best piece, like, till now, what do you feel that, what is the best piece of work that you have put in, and the one that you love the most?
Oh no,
And could we hear that also?
I feel like I'm not even close to that yet. All that I've put out now.
Please, ma'am, don't.
No,
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 no. You have a lot of great works.
no.
Please.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, Soham says with Shankar Mahadevan ji, the best one. I think that was such a beautiful moment. It was one
That
of the
was
best moments
also
on
amazing.
stage.
I've seen that.
But honestly, I mean, from my perspective, I feel like everything I've put out right now has been something that I have felt connected to at that point in my journey. Like I was influenced by something, and I just made a piece of music. But I still feel like I'm still on the path where it's yet to come, because वो अभी हो रहा है, like everything's channeling, and all my influences will channel into this one, hopefully not one, multiple, hopefully, if I can call it. So it's really hard. There's nothing that I would say is best or anything so far. I mean, it's all like an amalgamation of different influences and things that I've been very inspired by at that moment when I created that piece of work. So hopefully it's yet to
Could you
come.
sing the one that is very close to your heart?
Close to your heart.
Let's not say, yeah.
Okay, I'll play Departure, because someone asked,
Okay,
like a
sure.
couple of people have asked for Departure, and the other
Yeah,
reason is
Departure is amazing.
Departure was also a track
Recent.
where it was
Yeah.
recent, and it was something where I actually felt a very different shift in my work. So it was a very important composition for me. So I'll play a little bit of Departure. That was a little bit of Departure. I think
That was really amazing, ma'am.
Thank you.
Still, I'm trying not to close my eyes to feel, but
Oh,
I have to because of the music.
thank you, Manan. Thanks.
Okay. So, moving on to the next one. As we have the peaks and the lows in our life, so I would like to know the moment that you felt this is the best accomplishment you have ever had, like working with any artist like Shankar Mahadevan, and what is the lowest point, and what are the learnings that you got from
Okay.
those?
So, I mean, yeah, obviously, when I'm on stage with these legendary artists, whether it's Shankar Sanloy, Shankar Mahadevan ji, Ghulam Ali Khan Saab, John McLaughlin ji, it's always a very humbling experience, and I can never feel that it's the best moment because you don't at that moment you don't realize it because there's you're so into that moment and it's kind of unbelievable. Right. But after it's passed and you're off stage and everything, then you feel like, wow, like that was really something, and then throughout, even now, I feel like when I refresh my memory about those moments on stage and all the small things that I've learned on stage, thanks to the legendary artists that they are, is something I will never take for granted because it's very precious, what I got to learn and what I got to see and what I got to experience. So all those moments have been very special and very special for very different reasons. So I would say those have been obviously like the high points, and that along with starting to when I got a chance to perform at a couple of places with my band and creating my own music and playing my own music and just feeling like how the audience reciprocates, that's a magical moment. That feels amazing. And in fact, recently, about a week and a half back, we were at Jaipur performing for a corporate event, and we played Departure. It's very interesting, but my band, we all learned it together, and we played it, and the way they responded to that original music was so special. It was like I wasn't anticipating it. So even those moments have its like super high points. It feels amazing. I only feel gratitude at that point of time because, but I mean, I'm blessed to be here and be able to play music for someone, and if I can provide that joy, then I really feel like I'm in a very blessed position. And to answer your other question, which is what are the low points? I mean, it's interesting you ask because a lot of times we don't talk about the low points, right? Like a lot of interviews and everything. But I mean, a lot of artists go through a lot of lows and ups on an everyday basis. So especially the pandemic, for example, has been quite a tough time for everyone, globally, no doubt. And I'm speaking as an artist. It's definitely been very challenging because you're so used to being on stage and performing and everything, and then uske baad you have to really, there's some sort of lack of motivation at some point sometimes. But at the same point, it's nice to see how you can switch and change that low point around, and that's everyone's individual journey. So हुए हैं बहुत सारे हुए हैं, but ठीक है, it's part of life, and we kind of move on.
That's amazing. It's yeah, moving on is the best thing that we can do.
Yeah.
So speaking about like technically going into music, so a lot of people like me also, like I'm trying to play guitar, like I'm trying to learn guitar. So I was of a thought that when I started, I'll just start and like it'll go like this and that and I'll play these tunes. So we see the output, we don't see the work that goes behind, and on social media also. So like, are there any words from you that you could tell everyone that it takes a lot of patience and practice, especially practice to get these beautiful faces as you do?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Most artists, we don't see the work that goes behind, especially nowadays, because on social media you always see the final output and you see a very nice final output which has gone through a lot of work. And even if you see behind the scenes, it's very small snippets. It's like 15 seconds of a reel. You'll be like, acha, aisa phone ghuma diya, that's it, that's your behind the scenes. But there's especially the training and the practice that goes in, especially when you're starting off and everything. It's a lot of hours. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time that you spend alone with yourself, your instrument, your voice, and I would say the magic thing is that आप जब शुरू करते हैं, and if you get past that point, I mean, no doubt there'll be frustrations. You want to sound a certain way, and you're like, why is this one thing not coming? It's like, wow, and it happens even now. Like when I practice, it's like, that one thing, like, why wouldn't it come? And the key to it is just stay there, like keep doing it. Just walk past your frustration. If you can do that, trust me, you'll make it to the other side. And that feeling is amazing. It's like, हाँ मैंने कर दिया, बस कर दिया. So why was I complaining? So
Yeah.
वो होता है. I mean, every now and then when you're practicing, it definitely comes. But I just maybe there's one thing I could say is that always trust that you're very passionate about this. Like, just think about why you started playing. Why did you pick up that guitar? And you just need to remind yourself. That's all. It'll get you through everything.
Okay, so it's the why that keeps you thriving.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. See, the thing is, when something doesn't come and then the next day you get it, that feeling is magical, right? You just have to remind yourself of that feeling.
Yeah, that feeling of satisfaction.
Yeah.
And all. Okay, so ma'am, about music, we see that there are a lot of albums that are released every day. And also it's very easy to get music, like every kind of music. So don't you think like the value of music deteriorated, or like it's the same? According to you?
I don't think the value of music is deteriorating. The value of music is something that you can tell what the value for music is for you in your life. For me, the value is like my entire life. Like, I value it so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so important to me. It's like my life.
Yeah.
So what value music has in someone's life is their own connection with it. What's probably deteriorating is maybe quality in a way.
Quality.
And that is owed to a lot of different things, right? I mean, different technology mediums, social media, our attention span is going down. I mean, when's the last time you listened to a piece that was 12 minutes long? Our patience is going down a little bit.
Yes,
I mean, it's okay. I hope it's a phase or something. So I wouldn't say the value is going down. I think people still need music in their everyday lives, and I think people still value it a lot. Otherwise, when you're working out, you're listening to music. When you walk into work, you're listening to music. So many people are doing this. बस घर पे बैठ के jam sessions हो रहे हैं, all this is very important for, right? But quality, मतलब there's so much music out there.
Abundance.
So it's definitely more challenging in that regard.
Okay, so ma'am, I've seen a lot of questions in the comments, so I would read one out. Like, I would rephrase it. People were asking, why did you choose flute?
Okay.
I would ask, like, why did you choose flute? And if not flute, then which musical instrument would you choose?
I think the flute chose me. I don't know. I'm telling you that time when I got that flute in my balcony, I was just fascinated.
That was the point.
But it's like such a simple instrument.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, it's fascinating. There's no connections, nothing. It's just a beautiful piece of bamboo carved with these holes, and you can create amazing music. And that's so fascinating to me. And I think that just kept me like wanting to explore more, understand its sound, and see what other genres I can play on this instrument. So I think it's just the nature of the instrument that really, really, really attracted me. And if not flute, then I would have been a percussionist. I would have probably played, I don't know, mridangam, I think so, or tabla. I love percussion, so hopefully maybe that.
Right. These are really great choices. Yeah. So another question, like, because you travel a lot, I have seen like a lot of traveling videos that you travel a lot.
Yeah.
So, what are the cultural differences you felt in terms of music in India, Spain, and USA? Like these three countries combined.
What was the question? What do I see as a difference?
Cultural differences
Cultural.
towards music. Like, suppose if I talk about India, about myself, so I feel that in other countries there are more influence of music, and like every house has some musical instrument,
Yeah.
but not in India. That's what I feel.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, your feeling about it?
I mean, see, I think we also have to be wary of how we compare. So if you go, let's say, to a village in certain parts of India, they have a lot of instruments at their place. Like they will have a tabla
Right, culturally.
or a tanpura or something. I guess it also depends where you are, right? So typically, if you look at cities, maybe it's a little less, but I think in that sense,
So broadly, it is same. You're saying
yeah,
that if we cannot compare culturally. Like in every like in cities it is less, but in rural areas or in culturally traditional areas it is more.
yeah,
That's what you're saying.
yeah. I think what we forget to do is compare it, like, how do you compare? Like if you compare Spain to India, it's it's difficult because you have to see what part of Spain are you comparing. Is it a city? Is it a suburb?
Yeah.
What have the people sort of migrated to this place historically? Where is it coming from? What is the
Right.
history of that specific city? I think all these questions are important to compare and see why it's a little different or similar. Unless we do
Right.
that,
Right.
I think it's hard to tell because, I might have grown up, let's say, in Rajasthan, and felt like, oh, there's always instruments in my place, you know, and maybe someone living in a city like Madrid or Barcelona would probably be like, I don't think so, right? For example. So it depends
Yeah.
what we compare as well, I feel.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so ma'am, you have answered pretty much everything. We have got a lot of zest about your journey and everything.
Yeah.
So I would like to move on to the last
Yeah.
segment that I prepared.
Okay.
So it will be a rapid fire.
Uh-oh.
Like it's a little bit changed.
Okay.
Like it's a rapid fire, but you'll have to explain the reason after that. Like in a second, you'll have to understand and answer, but then after reason of that. So the first, Spain or India?
India.
Okay, why is that?
I'm My roots are here. My music's from here. My instruments, everything's from here. My family, ancestors, everything's from here.
Right. Okay. So practice in solitude or performing in concerts?
Performing in concerts. That is like
And
the most
for a
magical.
lifetime, like if you would like to.
Huh.
Okay, so performing in concerts, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's home for me. I feel amazing when I'm able to do that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Ghazals or Carnatic music?
Marwaoge.
That's the concept, ma'am. It has to be
Carnatic
hard.
music. Carnatic music. Because
Okay, so like
my
why?
love for ghazals came because I learned Carnatic music. So that's my root. Those are my roots.
Okay.
I cannot walk away from the roots.
Right. Right. So vocal singing or playing flute?
अभी बंद ही कर दो. Tata, bye bye.
Then we'll have to choose.
No, I was hoping you would not ask me this question. Vocal or flute? Vocal and flute? Playing while singing?
No, ma'am, that's not an option.
Okay. Oh God, this is really tough. Can I come back to this?
Yeah, sure. So I have the last one
Okay.
now, and that's easier, I
Okay.
guess. So you're a tennis enthusiast
Yeah.
also, I've seen. So traveling or tennis in that sense, like watching tennis and stuff.
Oh, traveling, you're saying, or watching tennis?
Yeah,
Oh, traveling, any day.
totally.
I
Okay.
love playing tennis more than watching it. So
Okay, so playing
yeah,
tennis.
playing tennis. Yeah.
So no, traveling or playing tennis, if
I
that's
just gave you
also.
another question idea, didn't I? um, I think playing tennis only because I've traveled a lot and I miss playing tennis right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm coming to the
Oh no,
previous
I was
question.
hoping you'd forget it. I was hoping you'd forget it. Oof. I think playing flute.
Playing flute. Okay, I
Yeah.
won't ask the reason
Yeah,
because that was
okay.
hard for you. So
Thank you.
no, I'm not asking the reason. So, ma'am, now at last we would like to hear one more
Here, one
song,
more song.
like whatever you feel like you want, and I would like to ask audience to tell us which
I
song.
wanna answer
Some
Sachin Sidra's question. He says Nadal or Djokovic. Djokovic any day.
okay, that's nice. I don't know Nadal or
So they're like
Djokovic.
the
Could you
yeah, I guess one of the top three all times of tennis right now. So
right? Okay, I don't follow tennis. Sorry for that.
you just have to remember
Yeah.
Djokovic. That's all.
Okay. Sure. Djokovic in
Yeah,
my
that's
mind
all.
right now. Okay. So, guys, could you? So,
Now
ma'am,
Aditya has a
would you like to take
question. Yeah, I'll just see a couple
audience?
of no. I can answer that later,
Sure.
but I'm just looking at if there's any requests because I'm thinking what to sing or play.
Yeah, guys, please put on the request for ma'am to sing.
Sing.
Someone was saying a song from Katti Batti also.
Oh,
That was like
that was Song Asu. Okay. Someone was also asking for
Tamil songs, and someone
Tamil.
was also saying Spanish songs. Okay, that's getting confusing. Ma'am, we have one more rapid fire.
Okay.
Abhishta has asked, Hariharan or Shankar Mahadevan?
Unfair question. This was not part of the question. I'm not answering this. They're both
Okay, good.
legends. How can you pick one? How?
That's why I didn't put much more harder questions.
Okay, someone's asked
Because
for
I was
Jagado
feeling,
Dharana and then
yeah.
someone's asked for Sujal's asked for Afreen. I can do both. Aaj Jaane Ke I already did.
Yes, ma'am, please do.
So I'll play a little bit of Jagado
Please do.
Dharana. It's a Carnatic Kriti. And then Afreen for Sujal as we conclude this.
Sure, ma'am.
So that was Jagado Dharana in the Rag Kapi,
That's so
Ragam
nice.
Kapi. It's a Carnatic Ragam. And to conclude, I will sing a little bit of Afreen for you all.
Sure, ma'am.
ऐसा देखा नहीं खूबसूरत कोई जिस्म जैसे अजंता की मूरत कोई, जिस्म जैसे निगाहों पे जादू कोई, जिस्म नगमा कोई, जिस्म खुशबू कोई, जिस्म जैसे महकती हुई चांदनी, जिस्म जैसे मचलती हुई रागिनी, जिस्म जैसे कि खिलता हुआ एक चमन, जिस्म जैसे कि सूरज की पहली किरण, जिस्म तरशा हुआ दिलकशो दिलनशी, सदली सदली मरमरी मरमरी। उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं, उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं। आफरी 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 आफरी, तू भी देखे अगर तो कहे हम नशी। आफरी 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 आफरी, उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं, उसने जाना कि तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं।
Mesmerizing, ma'am. Really,
Thank you
I'm
for that
awestruck
request.
by all of this music.
You guys.
Really.
And hopefully we'll get
Uh,
to meet you all in person soon sometime. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. So LP would love to have you and physically
Hope
once
so.
the university opens.
Hope all this
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. We would love to have a concert with you and I would love to have to jam with you if I cannot play right now, but yeah.
Keep out that guitar. You're gonna, when you
Yes,
keep
ma'am.
playing it, you're gonna just fall in love with it even
Yeah.
more and even more. So maybe when we meet
Sure,
in
ma'am.
person, when we're there for a concert, we'll jam for sure.
Right, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for this amazing and mesmerizing, musical, magical, whatever. I don't have more words to say. So
Thank you, Manu. You've been
yeah.
really
So
sweet, and thank you for
this amazing session.
such a wonderful interview. It was really nice to speak about, things we typically don't get to speak about. So thank you for the wonderful questions, and to everyone watching this, thank you so much. Your love means so much to me. So thank you very much for having me here.
Yes, ma'am. So it was UNYC who invited you. So it's a big kudos for them also
Actually,
to,
thank you.
give us the pleasure to let us meet you. Yeah. So thank you very much, ma'am. So I would like to thank the session with with a namaskar.
No,
And
thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.